New at 5, gun buyback programs are meant to keep guns off the streets, with police handing over cash to anyone willing to have a gun destroyed.
There are now questions, though, about one event where the gun wound up back on the street. Investigative reporter Lourdes Duarte is here to explain. Lourdes.
Yeah, thank you. Well, it's estimated that the Chicago Police Department has taken thousands of guns off the street through these programs. There's a system in place to log and then destroy the guns people turn in. So it's not clear what went wrong this time. A group of reporters has been able to match the missing gun to shell casings at 3 different Chicago shootings. As Chicago police work crime scenes and tout taking guns off streets, a twist when it comes to what happened to one of those guns. A .45 caliber Glock is at the center of this story. Illinois Answers Project and the Sun-Times laying out an investigation into what happened at a Southside gun buyback in 2023.
They originally closed the internal affairs investigation into this gun, right? They closed it and they said basically that there's a sergeant who was responsible for overseeing it, and he was given a 1-day suspension, right? And it looked at that point like, case closed. But apparently that's not the case, and this is ongoing.
Again, in your opinion, you think it was lost the gun was lost at the station?
Yes.
Okay. And when you found it, or when you discovered the error, who did you tell?
I told everyone in the office. I asked, where's the Glock?
A short audio clip details part of the questioning by investigators trying to piece together how that Glock disappeared. It was turned in by civilians supposed to be taken off the streets and destroyed. Reporter Casey Toner has unraveled details about the moments before the gun went missing.
The investigation said that there may have been like a cleaning lady involved, but it was almost all police officers. Right. Like those are the people that were there. Those are the people that were processing the guns. Those are the people that were admiring guns when they came in.
But the part of the story that's turning heads is what happened to that gun in the year and a half that followed. It turns out it was used in 3 separate shootings. Crystal Reynolds, who spoke with the Sun-Times, discovered that it was used during a shooting outside her building. The bullets luckily missed her.
I was kind of shocked and disappointed at the same time, because learning of that and getting the information from that, it's like, but the true question is how many more guns have been put back on the streets again.
It's not clear how the gun wound up back on the street. Since then, there have been some changes to the way guns are recorded once they're turned in, but it may be some time before the full investigation into what happened is done. And something similar actually happened before in 2007 when a judge turned in a gun at a buyback event, and then a year later it was in the hands of a 16-year-old. We did reach out to the Chicago Police Department about this Illinois Answers Project report that was released today. So far, we have not heard back. We're hoping to hear back sometime soon.
You'll let us know.
Okay.
All right, Lourdes, appreciate that.